aspects of how this defense has had to come along this year, because new ideas and meshing with what Coach Beeline has taught before. How did it all smooth out for you?
I think it's just, there's certainly some new things, and there's an everyday, you just got to grind every day. You got to work every day. You got to get better at the fundamentals of the defense every day. And the guys were committed to it. Coach was committed to it. And then certainly Coach does a great job of figuring out what we need to work on to improve. And, there were some games in the non-conference where you could see the Texas game, the games in New York, SMU and Marquette, where we really defended well. You could see that we were capable of it. So you could always go back to film with the guys of, hey, here's how we guarded. And then a lot of our elements, I thought early Big Ten, we did not guard the dribble well, in different games in the Big Ten early. And if you're going to play man-to-man defense, you can take ball screen coverages out, you can take gap out, wing denial, how are you going to guard the post? Every man-to-man defense starts with how well can you guard the ball. And we were not guarding the ball well. And it all kind of started from that, and I think Coach really saw that, and we went to drills. We went back to just some more, I guess you would call them, your basic fundamental guard the ball drills, guard your yard drills. And then it just kind of it starts from that, because if you're going to play man to man, as I said, if you can't guard the dribble, and I think we started to do that better than everything else from a schematic standpoint, from how your ball screen coverages to how you're going to guard the post to, are you going to be a team that allows penetration into the paint and stays home on three-point shoot? All those kinds of things began to evolve more.
Is one of your basic principles limiting three-point shots, though?
I do think in order to be really good, typically you've got to defend the three-point line.
Even if you're running at them and they're
stepping in, and then they can create more. You've got to get back into play. You can't just run them off and watch. You got to get back into play and get involved. But I do think, especially here, I haven't seen a team yet, and believe me, I sit at home at night and try to figure out if I had to play against this system and these particular players, how could you stop them from getting threes? It's really hard to do. We're going to get attempts, I think, and if we can make it harder for you to get attempts.
Who do you think who have you seen make the biggest improvement this year defensively? Or who are you really?
I'll say this. I don't know about improvement, but I'll say this. What Zach Irvin did defensively in the Big Ten tournament, I don't think, and I don't read every day, has not been talked about enough. Zach Irvin's performance look what he did to Malcolm Hill, Dakota Mathias, Coffee, Minnesota. And then he was on Nigel Hayes some against Wisconsin. He was on Showalter some against Wisconsin. Like, his defensive performance individually was at an elite level, like an all defensive national team level for those 4 games. And what he, was really, really good. And I don't want to take credit because everybody's obviously played well, but what Zach did with those guys, and Malcolm Hill was playing like a senior at Illinois, where the sense of urgency was great. He was coming in and getting borderline double-doubles. And what Zach did in that first round, it kind of set a tone. So I really think Zach, I don't want to say he's made the most improvements because he was a good defender, but he took it to a whole nother level for the Big Ten.
Where's the overall group defensively compared to where you want them ultimately?
Well, I guess we're going to find out tomorrow. It's the number 1 offense in the country, and according to the analytics, and they're really well coached, and they've got great players. I think the one thing about defense is, you got to have a great ability to adjust in the game as a player. Sometimes things don't go great. It's a game of runs. And I think our guys have done that better here in the last 7 or 8 games. As the team makes a couple shots instead of getting down, it's all right. How do we stop that? And the best teams you have is when your players can start to problem solve on their own within the possession. They don't need to come to a timeout. They know, or they come back. They know the mistake they made. And the minute you have players that not only do they know the problem, they know the solution, man, you got a chance to have a really good defense.
What's the key to stopping an offense that runs down the court?
Make shots, put it in the basket.
Not turn the ball over.
Take care of the basketball, make shots, and certainly you've got and they have Evans is an elite point guard. They've got other really good players. Forte can shoot it from everywhere. Hammonds. I think the biggest thing is initially in your transition is you've got to get matched before you get back to half court. You got to know who you can't run to the 3-point line and then try to figure out who you're guarding. You got to kind of know who you have when you get to half court, and you got to have 2 to the ball early. 2 guys kind of protecting the ball early. but certainly making shots. Even though they try to get it in fast, it's the ball still has to go from the end line all the way up, as opposed to a long rebound that leads to an easier breakout. And it all starts with your floor balance. Your rules when a shot goes up, who goes where. And the biggest thing is the minute the shot goes up, the guys that need to get back are getting back. It begins with floor balance that way.
Coach Beeline's never been an assistant. You obviously have been a head coach. How do a couple guys that are used to being head coaches mesh with everything?
Well, it's easy for me because I'd done it for so long, and it's 6 years. It had been 6 years. It wasn't that long, and and for me, I couldn't wait to come and learn. I couldn't wait to be with Coach Beeline, to learn from Coach Beeline. And whatever questions he asked me, I told him what I thought. And then from there, he's, as I said, he's a Hall of Fame coach. He belongs in the Hall of Fame, and he's just terrific. He's phenomenal.